Hi everyone, my name is Connie Mattioli. You either met me at an event or at a home workshop. So I want to talk today about your stun device that you had purchased. There's a couple different ways of carrying your stun device. You can carry it on the purse, on your breakaway, so you can break it off, have it in your hand and ready to go. Or you can also carry it on your arm candy, which we are going to talk about both of those. But first I want to talk about the stun device itself, okay? So our little ringers, which is what this is our, well, it's one of my favorite stun devices. This is also on a breakaway keychain. I'm going to show you how to put that breakaway on. You want to leave that loop that's already there, and you're going to go right behind it. That way it definitely has something, so when you're pulling it off, to make sure it's in your hand and ready to go, because guys, if it's going to be in your purse, it's not going to help you, okay? All of our stun devices do have to have pins in order to work. This is the original pin that comes in the box. We're going to talk about that arm candy. Remember that arm candy is that extra pin if you did purchase that arm candy. And I'm going to show you how to use it on that as well. So all of our stun devices, well, most of our stun devices, our little ringer stun device does have to have that pin. Guys, it's a safety feature. I recommend that it's around the wrist and ready to go. Remember, that noise alone can be that deterrent. And let me explain. You are in a situation, your gut's telling you something's wrong. You set that stun device off. Most of your attackers do not want a fight. They're going to leave you alone. And you have to remember that 90% of your attacks are actually from behind. So make sure you're using that situational awareness like we talked about. That is your first line of a defense. Making sure you're scanning your environment, looking behind you. I've actually had a situation where two men were walking up behind me and all I did was, that's it. They turn around and walk the other way. No harm, no foul. They knew I was ready to fight. By putting something in your hand, any type of tool is going to give you that confidence. You're going to walk with a completely different confidence. Your attackers aren't going to want to feel this. Now, with that said, when you are using your stun device, if you have to use it in an attack, you want to hit a large muscle group, okay? So I'm going to pull this pin so I don't actually accidentally do it. Neck, chest, rib, armpit, this area here, leg, okay? Those are large muscle groups. It is going to send pain through the body, so that noise that you're hearing, you will not hear once it hits the body. And it's going to take that muscle, that's why you want a big muscle. You guys, even the butt, that's a big muscle, okay? It's going to take that muscle and it's going to contract it. I'm going to tell you right now that just that noise alone, you're most likely not going to get to that shocking. Like I said, 85% of people that fight back win, okay? And attackers don't want a fight. They're going to move on to their next one. They realize that you're willing to fight for your life, which you should be. They're not going to continue on. So just remember, those stun devices do have the battery light indicators on the front, so it tells you how charged they are. They are USB charged. Guys, make sure you don't overcharge these. Couple hours, that's it. One step, turn it on, that flashlight comes on and it's ready to go. We're gonna have it on that breakaway, okay? I'm gonna show you how I would carry it on my arm candy. So I'm going to attach that breakaway directly to that arm candy, just like that. So you notice I have my pepper spray, my striking tool, and my stun device. So you actually are going to keep this in your hand. I don't want you to dangle it from here because, guys, again, if it's not in your hand, you're not going to be ready. It could just be that noise alone that you need. You don't necessarily need the whole device, thank God. Okay, so you're actually going to carry it like this. That way if somebody was to take the stun device from you, it breaks off. Remember, we have that instant replacement. If somebody was to take it from you like that, do not fight for it. Call the police, get a police report. We're going to replace it for you. Now remember, colors may vary. You will still have 2 other products in your hand, and we're going to talk about these. Again, with your attacks being 90% behind you, I don't want you to spray a pepper spray right next to your face. Even with mine, if you purchase it from me, from my table, or from my workshops, this is a sticky spray, not a liquid. Remember, the liquid you can't use in the wind or rain, and you have to replace those once a year. The sticky spray you can use in the wind or rain because it's a foam instead of a liquid. It's more dense, so you're actually going to get about 3 years of life out of these pepper sprays. Even with the sticky and it not having that blowback, I do not want you spraying a pepper spray right next to your face. You're asking for trouble. So always having that up close tool. So having your stun device or your striking tool. Okay, so remember with that sticky spray, they all spray 16 feet. They have UV dyes in them, so once you spray them, they can blacklight them for up to 7 days and still see that UV dye on their face. And we do carry a lifetime warranty on them. That means as long as that canister is not expired, we will replace it with a police report. Now remember, when you're practicing with your pepper spray as you walk, you're going to open and close that pepper spray. Obviously not having it up. You're going to actually have it down next to your side and just open and close that pepper spray as you walk. That creates muscle memory. So if something was to happen, your brain doesn't freeze. Your brain says, hey, open that pepper spray and use. And you're going to spray eyes, nose, mouth, and then down the shirt. And the reason that I say to do that is because the first thing they're going to do is take that shirt and try to wipe it off. And they're going to get it double time. Now, again, if your stun device, if you don't have a stun device and you just have the 2 products here, which is fine, this is your up or your distance and your up close. This here is going to be that up close tool. Somebody was to grab you from behind, you want to make sure that you butt out, step to the side, and strike. That is also a practicing thing. Make sure you practice that. So that there is your stun device, your arm candy, your sticky pepper spray, and your striking tool. Please let me know if you have any questions. Have a stunning day.